Hey guys, Chicky Domain, Debut.com with a Debut.com forecast update. This forecast update effective around 12:15 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, September 2nd, 2018. And I'd like to start off with welcoming new followers from our social feeds, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For those who are tuning in for the first time, we are primarily a surf and maritime forecast covering the Atlantic Basin, and sometimes that involves watching for tropical cyclone development. Now, for those who are tuning in for the first time, back on August 26th, we did a website update on Debut.com titled Atlantic Heating Up, and here we are in that real-time phase now. So I would encourage you, now keep this in mind, this is a week ago, we started talking about what could happen in the real-time phase that we are in now. We talked about how things were set up off Africa. What you see here in this image right here is what moved into the Atlantic since this post, and has now given us the first system out of the East Atlantic, and a possible another system here coming out of the Bahamas. We detailed that in our update, in our video. And as we scroll through here, one of the things that we did, we reviewed the European model back then at the current time, and this was in a 10-day window. This was Euro plus 240, the overnight run of the Euro plus 240. This has since become Tropical Storm Florence in here, and the other one was up in here that's getting ready to move in the Gulf. Now, back when we did this website update, the European model was showing a weak area of low pressure in the Gulf of Mexico, one northeast of the central Bahamas, one northeast of the Lesser Antilles, and then the tropical wave starting to move off the African coast. That piece of energy ended up lifting up into here, and then now, again, this became Tropical Storm Florence. Tropical Storm Florence, located here out in the East Atlantic, moving into the MDR. Now, the current forecast track is for it to lift over the next 5 days, stay a tropical storm in here northeast of the Lesser Antilles. Now, we'll go back to this right here, because we also said that there were signs everywhere. And we had drawn a couple of cat faces on the Saharan air layer and on the Windy.com website, giving us the sign of cats, meaning Cat 1 hurricane. Well, it appears that the writing is now on the wall. Here's the video that we did back on August 26th, and in that video, we talked about how that system was going to roll off Africa. It was going to gain some latitude, and at that time, it appeared that the system may become a fish storm, or may be a fish storm. And, but we also talked about that could have been a negative, because the storm could actually gain some latitude and then high pressure build back in and push it to the United States. Well, guess what? The European model, 2 out of 3 runs basically, we'll use those odds, is doing that exactly in the run. We'll show you that in last night's run of the European model, and let you know that a possible major swell event may be setting up east of the Outer Banks. We'll show you that in the latest model runs here in just a moment. Okay, so what do we mean when we talk about the writing is on the wall? All right, let me set this up for you now. Here's this system that's over the Bahamas. This is likely to become Tropical Storm Gordon moving into the Gulf of Mexico. This was earlier this morning. It appears that a surface low is developing, and we could see a tropical depression by 5 o'clock this afternoon if the trend continues. There's another vorticity spin that's right in here. This is all a tropical wave here that's moving off towards the west. We know this is moving into the Gulf of Mexico. We know this is pushing in this way and will likely be another weak feature approaching the southeast U.S. coast in the next couple of days. And then here is Tropical Storm Florence back here on the back side. Now, in the natural flow of things, you'll see how I have this arrow like this, because we know that this is moving this way, we know this is moving this way, and Florence is going to come in here like this and take the place of this right in here. And it's right in here, it starts to gain a little bit of latitude, and then the European model starts to suggest that high pressure is going to stack on top and block it, and not going to give it a chance to escape. Its only way out is back at the U.S. Let me switch you over to the latest run of the European model. Now, this is in the website windy.com. This starts us off right now for Sunday. Going to advance the model for you into Monday and then into Tuesday. And then you can see this Gulf low in here, likely Tropical Storm Gordon, Central Gulf of Mexico. Tropical Storm Florence in here, but I want you to look here, just to the east of Portugal. Now, this is northeast winds right here, high pressure, spinning like this. So this is pushing northeast swell this way. And we got Florence swell coming in this way. So these two features are now going to be working with each other. Swell going this way, into the backside of this, and then Florence sending it this way. Advance the model going into Wednesday and then into Thursday. Gulf lows in here over Texas. Florence weaker now, but a second system coming up. Again, northeast flow like this. This is setting up some big swell, guys. Okay, but then I want you to start paying attention to here. That's east-northeast winds here into the southeast U.S. coast, 10-15 knots with building easterly swell. Advance the model going into Friday this weekend, and then Saturday. Offshore winds, mid-Atlantic, up until Saturday. And here comes major swell event, guys. I kid you not. That's if the model holds true now. Don't shoot the messenger if it doesn't, but it looks like it's going to verify. Again, look at this flow right here and fetch. This is sending swell all this way. Now look at this. Here comes that high pressure stack. Northeast winds cranking up, 10 to 15 knots. Go into Sunday. Fetch widens out. Northeast winds 20 to 25 knots on this leading edge. And look at this fetch. Backside of Florence in here. Going into Monday. Strong northeast fetch coming between the Outer Banks and the system. This is wrapping northeast swell now. Northeast swell. Northeast swell. This opens up South Florida for a big swell event, guys. Trust me on this. Here's going into day 10. A jog back towards the coast. High pressure. Northeast swell wrapping into northeast swell equals big swell setting up for this channel in here between the South Florida coast and the Bahamas. Another feature moving in. This is likely Helene. Now look, northeast and east fetch again, northeast and east fetch again with a system that's likely producing seas in excess of 30 feet and northeast ground swell. Guys, this is 10 days out, but keep in mind, I started letting you know about it on August 26th, 10 days ago. That's all I got for you for now. Stay tuned for the next update. We'll try and do an ISO on the system coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. Stay tuned to our social feeds for real-time updates. That's Twitter, @DadAbu, on Facebook, Deboo Surf, and on Instagram, Deboo Surf. That's all we got for you now. Thanks for following.